Okay, in this video we're going to have a look at some terms that we use when we describe acids and bases. We use acids to talk about this because I think that just makes it a little bit easier to follow. So first thing we can talk about is concentration. So if we have an acid that has a low concentration, that means there are very few molecules that are present, dissolved in solution. If we have a high concentration, then we have far more acid molecules dissolved in that same volume of water. Okay, so just reminders: low concentration, a low number of acid molecules dissolved, and a high concentration will give us a high number of acid molecules dissolved. So concentration is just a measure, a number of the molecules dissolved. We can also then come back to this idea of strong and weak. And we need to remind ourselves that strong and weak refers to how they dissociate. So if you are going to be a strong acid, you fully dissociate. If you're going to be a weak acid, you partially dissociate. Remember, dissociate means separate out. Here's an example to show you the different types. So hydrochloric acid, HCl, is a strong acid. It dissociates, splits into H plus and Cl minus ions, and it does it fully. This arrow is one way. On this side, you've got your weak acids. This here is ethanoic acid, and you can see here that this has got this forward and backward reaction symbol in the middle, meaning that it will partially dissociate. So it can form these, but these can also come back to reform the ethanoic acid molecule. So this is a weak because it partially dissociates. Alongside that, if we come back to some examples to make us really understand this, we could have a high concentration of a weak acid. What does it actually mean we've got? Well, we've got a high concentration means there's lots of acid molecules, and the fact it's weak means that those acid molecules are only partially dissociated. Alternatively, we could have a very low concentration of a strong acid. Therefore, what does that mean? Low concentration means there's a low number of acid molecules, and the fact that it's strong means that those molecules, even though there's not a lot of them, but they fully dissociate, fully separate out, as we've got here. Hopefully that helps to distinguish between concentration, high and low, and then the strength, weak or strong, for acids.